This is an instructional video of how to properly use the Banko snowboard press located in the WW Engineering Technology Composites Lab. The ski press is a compression molder used to press skis and snowboards utilizing compressed air and heater blankets. This video will demonstrate the steps needed to properly operate the press. Step 1. Apply release layers. Wax and PVA are applied to only the aluminum surfaces that will be in contact with your skis and snowboard. Use the mold release table to apply release layers. The wax and PVA are stored in the flammability cabinet in the composites lab. Wear gloves while handling the PVA and wax. Use a rag to apply a layer of wax. Leave a strip down the bottom aluminum sheet without release layer so that the base sheet of the snowboard can be adhered to it later. After use, always put used rags in the used rags bin. Once the wax is dried, apply the first layer of PVA using a chip brush. Remember to leave a strip down the center of the bottom aluminum sheet without release layer. Lay down a piece of paper to keep the area clean. Turn on heat lamps to speed up the drying process between layers of PVA. Apply 2 layers of PVA to each sheet. Once these layers dry, you will be able to remove your board from the aluminum sheets. The wax and PVA are flammable, so they need to be stored in the flammability cabinet. A layer of PVA also needs to be applied to the bottom surface of the press in case epoxy gets onto it during the process. Use a polyethylene sheet to protect your mold from spillage. Step 2. Bottom heat assembly. Place the first sheet of aluminum down on your mold. Apply a layer of baby powder to this surface to protect the heater blanket. Grab the heater blanket from on top of the press and roll out onto the aluminum sheet. Apply more baby powder to the top of the heater blanket. Lay down another aluminum sheet. The spray adhesive is stored in the flammables cabinet. Spray your aluminum sheet in the area without release layer and then stick your base sheet on top. If you were actually laying up a snowboard, your base sheet would already have the metal edges attached. Step 3. Lay up ski or snowboard. Step 4. Top heat assembly. Place the surface of the aluminum sheet with the release layer on top of your ski or snowboard. Repeat the process of the bottom heat assembly. The four corners of the aluminum sheets need to be zip tied together. Step 4. Press setup. You are now ready to load the assembly into the press. Plug the lower heater thermocouple into the lower heater thermocouple plug-in. Keep excess thermocouple cord wound. Place the lower thermocouple lead between the aluminum sheets in contact with the heater blanket. Repeat steps for the upper thermocouple cord. Turn on the control box and set the appropriate temperatures for your resin. Temperatures should not exceed 275 without permission from Mike. Power on upper and lower heaters. Connect the air hoses. Step 6. Adjust settings. Turn on airflow to the bladders with the hand-operated lever air control valve. Allow pressure to reach desired PSI. The press is designed with a poppet valve to not exceed 95 PSI, but you shouldn't need to exceed 50. Tape up both sides of the polyethylene sheets to prevent spillage. Step 7. Let ski cure. Step 8. Disassemble press. Release pressure in bladders and disconnect hoses. Turn temperature control off and roll up thermocouple cords neatly. Remove mold from press. Roll up heater blanket, wrap the cord, and store in the box on top of the press. Remove cured snowboard from mold. Do not place this snowboard on the fabric table. Step 9. Clean up. Make sure that all materials return to their proper locations in an orderly fashion. Make sure that your area is left clean and well organized. Remember, always wear safety glasses in the lab.